All right, this technique is a little more complex. It's known as Juji-Nage or Juji-Garami. I like to call it Juji-Garami just because there are, it doesn't necessarily have to be a throw. You can also lock it in. And this one, similar to Tenbin Nage, refers to the shape of the object being referred to as opposed to some other meaning. And so Juji would be figure 10, which is basically like a cross, and we're basically going to do that with his arms. And so I think one way we might do this is if we start with, let's start with a, let's do Morote, two-hand on one. And I'm going to turn here, and I'm going to extend and lead him around. And then at this point, I'm going to peel this off, and now I have my lock. And so, I mean, there are various ways he can get out of this. I mean, if he wants to turn in and do a no-hands roll as I project, he can do that. That's one way. If the uke is not sort of comfortable with that move, another way I can do this. I mean, again, let me cover this part here. So there's going to be a little bit of downward pressure, and then I'm going to keep this moving forward. I'm going to set my hips forward, and then get around here and take this like this. And so if they can't do the no hands roll, I can also just project this right into his arm, and he can make it more of a backfall type of situation. And so the thing here is I'm locking I'm basically using his arm to apply pressure to his elbow while I extend and keep that locked. So there'll be tension there that I can use to break his structure. Another way I might do this would be from a bear hug, Ushiro Dori. I can drop down, create some space, and now I'm in this position here where I have the arms here. One hand is going to go down, and one's going to go up, and now I have this position again. Let's do Ushiro Ryote Dori. Now if we have both my hands seized, I can come up here, come underneath, and now I have that one again. So there are a number of two-handed grips where I can make use of this. This is a little bit more of a dojo technique, less likely that you're going to find this on the street, but sometimes there might be a position where they have both hands or something like that. So this is Juji-Garami. Let us do, let's see, go ahead and do the grip here. And so I come in here, again, it's a position to do my lock. I can also take this down, sink my knee on him, and there's a lock here that can be a little bit of a way to hold him down. I like to emphasize putting the knee on the ribs because sometimes, if there's any kind of slack in this, it's hard to secure him. Where if I'm here, I find almost like punching through his head while I sink my knee on his ribs is a good way to hold him down. One other point that I'll make, let's do Ryote Dori. I come in here, get under here in this position here. This is not as strong of a push because my thumb is down, my elbow is up. So if I wanted to turn this into something a little stronger, I can pivot this, but I want to think of connecting and applying pressure. And so I do that, and now I have my better position here. And now I can keep doing that as I work. So yeah, kind of a fun technique to play around with. But yeah, Juji-Garami.